divine changes of a watery star hath been the shepherd's note since we have left our throne without a burden. Time as long again, my brother, would be filled up with our gifts. And yet we should for perpetuity go hence in debt. And therefore, like a cypher, yet standing in a rich place, I multiply with one we thank you, many thousands more that go before.
Stay your thanks a while, and pay them when you part.
Sir, it's tomorrow. I am questioned by my fears of what may chance, or breathe upon our absence that may blow no sweeping winds at home to make us say, this is put forth too true. Besides, I have stayed to tire your loyalty.
We are tougher, brother, than you can put to it.
No longer stay.
One fortnight longer.
Very soon tomorrow.
We'll part the time betweens then, and in that I'll no gainsay.
Trust me not, beseech you. So, there is no tongue that moves, none. None in the world so soon as yours could win me. So it should now, were there necessity in your request. Although, for needful at night, my affairs do even drag me homeward, which to hinder were in your love a whip to me. My stay to you a charge and trouble, to say both farewell, our brother. Speak you.
Well said, Hermione.
Tell him once to see the sailor star, and when he says so then let go, and let swear so, he shall not stay. Yet of your royal presence I'll adventure the borrow of a week. When out Bohemia you take my lord, I'll give him my commission to let him there a month behind the prefix just first parting. Yet indeed, Leontes, I love thee not a jar of the clock with a lady chamber lord. You'll stay.
No.
Nay, but will you?
I may not marry.
Verily. Oh, you put me off with limber vows, but I, though you would seek to obscure the stars with oaths, should say, sir, no going. Verily, you shall not go. A lady's verily is as potent as a lord's. Will you go yet? Force me to keep you as a prisoner, not like a guest, so you will pay your dues when you depart and save your thanks. What say you? My prisoner? Or my guest? By your dread, verily, one of them you will be.
Your guest, then. Fine. To be your prisoner would avoid offending, which is for me less easy to commit than you to punish.
Not your jailer, then, but your kind hostess. Come, I'll question you of my lord's tricks and yours when you were boys. You were pretty wardens then.
We were, fair queen, two lads that thought there was no more behind but such a day tomorrow as today, and to be boy eternal. We were as twin lambs that did frisk in the sun and bleat the one at the other. What we changed was innocence for innocence. We knew not the doctrine of ill-doing, nor dreamed at any time. Had we pursued that life, and our weak spirits there been higher reared with stronger blood, we would have answered heaven boldly, not guilty. The imposition clear, hereditary ours.
By this we gather you have tricked, son?
Oh, my most sacred lady. Temptations have since then been born to us. For in those unfledged days was my wife a girl. Your precious self had not then crossed the eyes of my young playfellow.
Grace to boot, of this make no conclusion. Least you say your queen and I are devils. Oh yes, go on. The offenses we have made you do will answer. At first you sinned with us, and that with us you did continue fault, and that you slipped not with any but with us.
Is he one yet?
Let's say, my dear.
At my request, he would not. Hermione, my dearest, thou never spoke to better purpose.
Never.
Never but once.
What have I? Twice. Since. Oh, well, when was the first? Are you telling me crams with praise? It makes us fat as king things. When the deed thine tongueless slaughters 1,000 waiting upon that. Our praises are our wages. You may rise with one soft kiss 1,000 furlongs air with a spur we beat an acre. But to the goal, my last good deed was to entreat his stay. What was my first? It has another sister, I must keep you my friend your grace. But once before I spoke to the purpose? When? Nay, let me have time long.
Aye, that was when 3 crabbed months had soured themselves to death, ere I could make thee open my white hand and clap thyself my love. Then didst thou utter, I am yours forever.
His grace indeed. When those men I have spoke to the purpose was the one forever earned the royal husband, other for some while a friend.
Too hot. Too hot. To mingle friendship far as mingling bloods. I have tremor cordis on me. My heart dances, but not for joy. Not joy. This entertainment may a free face put on, derive a liberty from hardiness, from bounty, fertile bosom, and well become the agent may, I grant, but to be paddling palms and pinching fingers as now they are, and making practice smiles as in a looking glass, and then to sigh as 'twere the more to the dear. Oh, that is entertainment my bosom likes not, nor my brows. Mamilius, art thou my boy?
I'm my good lord.
Why, that's my bowcock. Why, hast smudged thy nose? They say it is a copy out of mine. Come, captain, we must be neat. Not neat, but cleanly, captain. And yet, the steer, the heifer, and the calf are all called neat. Still virgining upon his palm. How now, you wanton calf? Art thou my calf?
If you will, my lord.
Thou wants the rough patch and the shoots that I have to be full like me, yet they say we are almost as like as eggs. Women say so, that will say anything, but were they false as ore dyed blacks, as wind, as waters, false as dice are to be wished by one that fixes no born twixt his and mine. Yet were it true to say this boy were like me, come, Sir Page, look on me with your welkin eye. Sweet villain, most dearest, my coward, night down. May it be affection. Thy intention stabs the center. Thou dost make possible things not so held. Communicators with dreams. How can this be? With what's unreal, thou coactive art and fellows nothing, then just very creative thou mayest co-join with something, and thou dost, and that beyond commission, and I find it, and that to the infection of my brains, and hardening of my brows.
What means this, Sylvia?
Something seems unsettled.
But cheer, how's the dew, Master?
You look as though you had your brow much distraction. Are you moved, my lord?
No. In good earnest, how sometimes nature will betray its folly, its tenderness, and make itself a pastime to harder bosoms. Looking on the lines of my boy's face, methoughts I did recoil 23 years, and saw myself unreached. In my green velvet coat, my dagger muzzled, lest it should buy its master, and so prove as ornaments oft does. Too dangerous. How like methoughts I then was to this colonel, this squash, this gentleman, my honest friend. Will you take eggs for money?
No, my lord, I'll fight.
You will. Happy man, these don't. My lord, are you so fond of your young prince as we do seem to be of ours?
If at home, sir, he's all my exercise, my mirth, my matter, now my sworn friend, and then mine enemy, my parasite, my soldier, statesman, all. He will make a July's day as short as December, and with his varying childness cures in me thoughts that would fit my life.
So stands this squire office with me. We too will walk, my lord, and lead you to your graver steps. Hermione, how thou lovest us show in our good brother's welcome. Let what is dear in Sicily be cheap. Next to thyself and my young rover, he's a parent to my heart.
You would seek us. We are yours in the garden. Shall I attend you there?
To your own bent dispose you. You'll be found be beneath the sky. I am angling now, though you perceive me not how I give wine. Go to. How she holds up the neb, the bill to him, and arms her with the boldness of a wife to her allowing husband. Gone already. Inch thick, knee deep, forehead and ears of forked one. Go, play, boy, play. My mother plays, and I play too, but so disgraced a part whose issue will hiss me to my grave. Contempt and clamor will be my knell. Go play, boy. Play. There have been, or I am much deceived, cuckold there now, and many a man there is, even at this present. Now, while I speak this, holds his wife by the arm that little thinks she has been sluiced in his absence, and is pond fished by his next neighbor, by Sir Smile, his neighbor. Nay, there's comfort in it. While other men have gates, and those gates open his mind against their will, should all despair that have revoked his wives, the tenth of mankind would hang themselves. Physic forth there is none. It is a bawdy planet that will strike, where 'tis predominant and 'tis powerful, thinking from east, west, north, and south. Be it concluded, no barricado for belly, no it went in and out, the enemy was bagging. Many thousands on have the disease and feel it not. How now, boy?
I'm like you this say.
Why, that's some comfort. Go, what's the below there?
My good lord.
Go play the million, thou art honest man.
Camillo, this great sir will yet stay longer.
You had much ado to make his anchor hold when you passed out, so came home.
Didst note it?
You would not say that your petitions made his business more material.
Didst perceive it.
They're here with me already, whispering around this.
Is far gone when I shall dust at last. How came it, Camilla, that he did stay?
At the good queen's entreaty.
At the queen's bidding. Good should be pertinent, but so it is not. Was this taken by any understanding paper thine? Where thy conceit is sulky will draw in more than the common blocks. Not noted is it but of the finer natures of some severals of headpiece extraordinary, lower messes perchance, or to this business purblind say.
The business, my lord, I think must understand Bohemia stays here longer.
Huh?
Stays here longer?
Aye, but why?
To satisfy your highness and the entreaties of our most gracious mistress.
Satisfied. The entreaties of your mistress satisfied? That suffice. I have trusted thee, Camilla, with all the nearest things of my heart, as well as my chamber councils, wherein priest-like thou hast cleansed my bosom. I departed from thee, thy penitent reform, but we have been deceived in thy integrity. Deceived in that which seems so.
Be it forbid, my lord.
To bide upon it, thou art not honest, or if thou inclinest that way, thou art a coward, which hocks his honesty behind, restraining from course required. Or else thou must be counted a servant grafted in my serious trust, and therein negligent. Or else a fool who seest the game played home, the rich stake drawn, and takes it all for jest.
My gracious lord, I may be negligent, foolish, and fearful in every one of these. No man is free, but that negligence, folly, fear among the infinite doings of the world sometimes puts forth. In your affairs, my lord, if ever I were willful negligent, it was my folly. If industriously I played the fool, it was my negligence not weighing well the end. If ever fearful to do a thing, where I the issue doubted, where of the execution did cry out against the non-performance, 'twas a fear, which often vexed the wisest. These, my lord, are such allowed infirmities that honesty is never free of. Beseech your grace, be plainer with me. Let me know my trespass by its own visage. If I then deny it, 'tis none of mine.
And not you've seen, Camilla. But that's passed out you have, or your eyeglasses, thicker than a cuckold's horn. Or heard. For to a vision so apparent, rumor cannot be mute or thought. For cogitation resides not in that man that does not think. My wife is slippery. If thou wilt confess, or else be impudently naked to have nor eyes, nor ears, nor thought, then say my wife's a hobby horse.
I would not be a stander by to hear my sovereign mistress clouded so without my present vengeance taken. But shrew of my heart, she never spoke what did become you less than this, which to reiterate her sin as deep as that, though true.
Is whispering nothing. Is leaning cheek to cheek. Is meeting noses. Stopping the career of laughter with a sigh. Kissing with inside lip. Skulking in corners, wishing clocks more swift. Hours, minutes, noon, midnight, all eyes. Blind with a pin and web but theirs only that would unseen be wicked. Is this nothing? Why, then the world and all that's in it is nothing. The coloring sky is nothing. Bohemia nothing. My wife is nothing. Nor nothing happy is nothing, if this be nothing.
My lord, be sure that this deceased opinion and betimes, for 'tis most dangerous. No, my lord.
You lie. I say thou lies, Camilla, and I hate thee. But
not see a gross lout of mindless slave, or else a hovering temper eyes that can't let eyes at once see good and evil and climb to them both. Or my wife's liver infected as her life, she would not live the running of one glass.
Who does infect her? Oh, he that wears her like her medal hanging about his neck, Bohemia. Who, if I had servants true about me that bear eyes to see alike my honor as their profits, their own particular thrifts, they would do that which should undo more doing. Aye. And now his cupbearer, whom I from meaner form have benched and reared to worship, who may see plainly as heaven sees earth, and earth sees heaven, how I am called, might despise a cup to give mine enemy a lasting wink, which draught to me were cordial. Sir, my lord, I could do this and that with no rash potion, but with a lingering dram, which does not work maliciously like poison. But sovereignly be honorable, I have loved thee.
Now make that thy question and go rot. Just think I am so muddy, so unsettled to appoint myself in this vexation. Sully, the purity and whiteness of my sheep which could preserve is sleep, which being spotted is gold, thorns, nettles, tails of wasps. Give scandal the blood of the prince, my son, whom I do think is mine, and love is mine without right moving to it. Would I do this? Could man so pledge?
I must believe you, sir. I do. And will fetch off Bohemia for it, provided that when he's removed, your highness will take again your queen as yours at first, even for your son's sake, thereby foresealing the entry of tongues and coursing kingdoms known and allied to yours.
Thou dost advise me, even so as I mine own course have set down. I'll give no blemish to her honor, none.
My lord, go then. With the countenance as clear as friendship wears at feasts, keep with Bohemia and with your queen. I am his cupbearer, for meeting of wholesome beverage, accounting not your servants.
This is all. Do it, thou hast the one half of my heart. Do it not, thou splitst thine own.
I'll do it, my lord.
I will seem friendly as thou hast advised me.
Oh, miserable lady. But for me, what taste stand I in? I must be the poisoner of good felicities, and my grounds to do it is the obedience to a master, one who in rebellion with himself will have all that are his so too. To do this deed, promotion follows. If I could find examples of thousands that have struck an oath to kings and flourished after, I'd not do it, but since no brass nor stone nor parchment bears not one, let villainy itself forswear it. I must forsake the court. To do it, or no, is certain to me a great knack. Oh, happy star rain now. Here comes Bohemia.
This is strange, methinks. My favorite here begins to warp, not speak. Good day, Camilo.
Hey, almost royal, sir. What is the news in the
From
court?
the rare, my lord. The king hath on him such a countenance as he had lost some province, and a region loved as he loves himself. Even now I met him with customary compliment, when he, wafting his eyes to the contrary, and falling a lip of much contempt, speaks from me, and so leaves me to consider what is breeding that changeth thus his manners.
I dare not know, my lord.
I dare not. Do not. Do you know and dare not? Be intelligent to me, 'tis thereabouts. For to yourself what you do know you must, and cannot say you dare not. Good Camilo, your changed complexions are to me a mirror that show me mine changed too. For I must be a party in this alteration, finding myself thus altered.
There is a sickness, which some of us in distemper, though I cannot name the disease, and is caught of you that yet are well.
How caught of me? I need not say to look basilisk. I have looked on thousands who have sped the better by my regard, but killed none so. Good Camilo, as you are certainly a gentleman, thereto clerk-like experience, which no less adorns our gentry than our parents' noble names, in whose success we are gentle, I beseech you. If you know aught which does behoove my knowledge, there to be informed and christened, not in ignorant concealment.
I cannot answer.
Sickness called you, and yet oh well. I must be answered. Is thou here, Camilo? I conjure you, by all the parts of man that honor does acknowledge, where the least is not this suit of mine, that thou declare what incidency of harm thou dost guess is creeping towards me. How far on? How near? Which way to be prevented, if to be, if not how best to bear it?
Sir, I will tell you. Since I am charged in honor, and by him that I think honorable, therefore mark my counsel, which must be even as swiftly followed as I mean to utter it, that both herself and me cry lost, and so good night.
Oh, good love.
I am appointing him to murder.
By whom?
By the king. For what? He thinks, nay, with full confidence, he swears that he has seen it, or been an instrument to vice to which you have touched his whim. Forbidden me.
Oh, then my best blood turn to an infected jelly, and my name be yoked with his that did betray the best. Turn then my freshest reputation to a savor that may strike the dullest nostril where I arrive, and my approach be shunned, nay hated too, worse than the greatest infection that was e'er heard or read.
I swear this not over, by each particular star in heaven, and by all their rings, which as you make this book forbid the sea to obey the moon. For as my oaths remove on counsel's sake the fabric of his folly, which is piled upon his faith, and will continue the standing of his body.
How should this grow?
I know not, but I am sure it is safer to avoid what's grown than to question haunted form. Therefore, if you dare trust my honesty that lies enclosed in this trouble, you shall bear along the pond only tonight. Your followers I will whisper to the business, and will by twos and threes at several posterns clear them of the city. As for myself, although my fortunes at your service, which are hereby necessarily lost, be not uncertain, for by the honor of my parents I have uttered truth, which if you seek to prove, I dare not stand by, nor should you be safer than one condemned by the king's own mouth thereon his execution swore.
I do believe thee. I saw his heart in his eyes. Give me thy hand. Be pilot to me, and thy places shall still think of mine. My ships are ready, and my people would expect my answer departure 2 days ago. This jealousy is for a precious creature. As she's rare, must it be great, and as his person's mighty, must it be violent, and as he does conceive, he is dishonored by a man which ever professed to him wide, and his revenges must in that be made more bitter. Fear or shame to me. Comfort, good expedition be my comfort, and comfort the gracious queen, part of his theme, but nothing of his ill-tainted suspicion. Come, Camilo. I will respect thee as a father if thou bearest my life on hence. Let us away.
It is in mine authority to command the keys to all the posterns. Please, your highness, to take the first hour. Come, sir, away.
How blessed am I in my just censure, my true opinion. Alack, for lesser knowledge, how accursed in being so blessed. There may be in the cup a spider steeped, and one may drink, depart, and yet partake no venom, for his knowledge is not infected. But if one present the abhorred ingredient to his eye, make known how he hath drunk, he splits his gorge, his sides, with violent hex. I have drunk, and seen the spider. Camilo was his help in this, his pander. There's a plot against my life, my crown. All's true that his mistrust, that false villain whom I employed was pre-employed by him. He has discovered my design, and I remain a pinch stain, yea, a very trick for them to play at will. How came the postman so easily open? Give me the boy. I'm glad you did not nurse him, though he does bear some signs of me, yet you have too much blood in him.
What is this?
Give the boy hence. He shall not come about her. Away with him, and let her sport herself with that she's big with, for 'tis Polixenes has made thee swell thus.
But I'll say he had not, and I'll be sworn you would believe my saying, however you lead to the neighbor.
You, my lord, look on her, mark her well. Be but about to say she is a goodly lady, and the justice of your heart will there to add. 'Tis pity she's not honest, honorable. Praise her but for this, or without your form, which on my faith deserves high speech. And straight, the shrug, the hum, and or ha, these petty brains, the calumny, oh, I'm out with mercy does. For calumny will see virtue itself. These shrugs, these hums and ha's, when you have said she's goodly, come between, ere you can say she's honest. But be it known from him that has most cause to agree it should be, she's an adulteress.
Should a villain say so? The most replenished villain in all the world, you were as much more villain.
You have mistook my lady Polixenes for Leontes. Oh, thou thing which shalt not call a creature of thy place, lest barbarism making me the precedent, should a like language used to all degrees, and mannerly distinguishment leave out betwixt the prince and the beggar. I have said she's an adulteress, and I have said with whom. More, she's a traitor, and Camillo a federary with her, and one that knows what she's ashamed to know herself, that with those vile principles she'd have been swerve her. Even as bad as those that vulgar give bold titles, I, and privy to this their latest gate.
No, by my life, privy to none of this. How will this grieving you shall come to clearer knowledge what you thus have published me?
No. If I'm mistaken, those foundations which I built upon, the center is not big enough to bear a schoolboy's to have away with her. To prison. He who shall speak for her is a far out guilty, but that he speaks.
I must be patient till the heavens could speak with an aspect unfavorable. Good, my lords, I am not prone to weeping, the want of which vain dew perchance may dry your pities. But I have that honorable grief lodged here which burns worse than tears drown. Beseech you all, my lords, if thought so qualified as your charity shall best instruct you, measure me, lest the kings will be performed.
Shall I be heard?
I do, my lord. I never wished to see you sorry, now I trust I shall.
Beseech your highness, call the queen again, sir. Be certain what you do, lest your justice prove violent, in the which three great ones suffer, yourself, your queen, your son. If it proves she's otherwise, I'll keep my stables where I lodge my wife. I'll go in couples with her. Then when I see and feel her, no farther trust her. For every inch of woman in the world, aye, every dram of woman's flesh is false if she be.
Hold you.
Good my lord, it is for you I speak, not for myself. You are abused, and by some put her on that would be damned for it. Would I knew the villain, I would land damn him. Be she honor flawed, I have 3 daughters. The eldest is 11, the second and third 9, and son 5. If this prove true, they'll pay for it. By mine honor, I'll geld them all. 14 they shall not see to produce false generations, for they are co-heirs, and I had rather glib myself than they should not produce fair issues.
Cease no more. You smell this business, but a sense as cold as the dead man's nose, but I do see it and feel it, as you feel doing thus, and see with all the instruments that feel.
So we need a grave to bury honestly. There's not a grave that the face is sweet with the whole done here.
Like I credit? Either thou art most ignorant by age, or thou wert born a fool. Camillo's flight added to their familiarity, which was as gross as ever touched conjecture, that lacked sight only, not for approbation, but only seeing. All other circumstances made up to the deed doth push on this proceeding. Yet for a greater confirmation, for in an act of this importance, for most piteous to be wild, I have dispatched in post to sacred Delphos, Apollo's temple, Cleomenes and Dion, whom you know stuff sufficiency. Now from the oracle they will bring all whose spiritual counsel had shall stop or spur me. Have I done well?
Well done, my lord.
So I am satisfied and need no more than what I know, yet shall the oracle give rest to the mind of others, such as he whose ignorant credulity will not come up to the truth. So have I thought it good. She should be confined from our free person, lest that the treachery of the 2 fled hence be left to her to perform. Come, follow us. We are to speak in public, for this business will raise us all.
Laughter, as I take it, if the truth were known.
The keeper of the prison called to him. Let him have knowledge who I am. Oh, good lady. No court in Europe is too good for thee, why dost thou let in prison? Now, good sir, you know me, do you not?
For a worthy lady, and one whom much I honor.
I pray you then, conduct me to the queen.
I may not. Madam, to the contrary, I have expressed commitment.
Huh. Here's a due. To lock up honesty and honor from the access of gentle visitors. Is lawful, pray you, to see her women? Any of them? Amelia?
So please, you madam, I shall bring Amelia forward.
I pray now call her.
And, I must be present at your conference.
Well, be it so. Prithee. There's such ado to make no stain as passes coloring. Oh, dear gentlewoman, how fares our gracious lady?
As well as one so great and so forlorn may hold together, on her frights and griefs, which never tender lady hath borne greater. She is something before her time delivered.
Boy.
A daughter, and a goodly babe, lusty and like to live. The queen receives much comfort, and it says, my poor prisoner, I am innocent as you.
I dare be sworn. These dangerous, unsafe loons of the king, beshrew them, he must be told on't. And he shall. The office becomes a woman best, I'll take it upon me. If I proved honey mouth, let my tongue blister, and never to my red-looked anger be the trumpet any more. Pray you, Amelia, commend my best obedience to the queen. If she dares trust me with her little babe, I'll show the king, and undertake to be her advocate to the loudest. We do not know how he may soften at the sight of the child. The silence often of pure innocence persuades when speaking fails.
Most worthy madam, your honor and your goodness is so evident that your free undertaking cannot miss a thriving issue. There is no lady living so meet for this great issue. Please your ladyship to visit the next room. I'll presently acquaint the queen of your most noble offer, who but today did hammer of this design, but durst not tempt a minister of honor, lest she should be denied.
Tell her, Amelia, I'll use that tongue I have. If wit flow front as boldness from my bosom, let not be doubted, I shall do good.
It is but weakness to bear the latter thus in her weakness. If the cause will not be part of the cause, she the adulteress. For the harlot king is lightly on my arm, out of the blank and level of my brain, plot proof, but she I can hook to me. Say that she were gone, given to the fire, a moiety of my rest might come to me again. Who's there?
My lord,
How does the boy?
he took good rest tonight and took his sickness as discharged.
To see his nobleness conceived in the honor of his mother. He straight declined, grew to take deeply, fastened and fixed a shame on it in himself, threw off his spirit, his appetite, his sleep, and down my language. Leave me solely, go see how he fares. I, no thought of him. The thought of my revenge is that way recoil upon me. In himself too mighty, and in his parties his alliance. Let him be until a time may serve. For present vengeance, take it on her. Camilla and Polixenes laugh at me, make their pastime at my sorrow. They should not laugh if I can reach them, nor shall she within my power. Oh!
Oh, no noise, my lord, but needful conference about some gossips for your highness.
How? Away with that audacious lady, and take it as I charge thee that she should not come about me. I knew she
I
would.
told her so, my lord, on your displeasure's peril and on mine, she should not visit you.
Canst not wrong her.
From all dishonesty, he can at this. Unless ye take the course that you have done, commit me for committing honor, trust it, he shall not rule
Lie
me.
you now, you hear, when she will take the rein, I let her run, but she'll not stumble.
Good, my liege, I come. And I beseech you, hear me, who professes myself your loyal servant, your physician, your most obedient counselor, yet that dare less appear so in comforting your evils than such as most seem yours. I say I come from your good queen.
Good queen.
Good queen, my lord, good queen, I say, good queen. And would by combat make her good, so were I there.
For servants!
Let him that makes but trifles of his eyes first stand. On my own accord I'll off, but first I'll do my errand. The good queen, for she is good, hath brought you forth a daughter. Here 'tis. Commends it to your blessing.
Out. A mankind wit
hence with her out of the door, a most intelligencing bond.
Not so. I am as ignorant and that is you, and so entitled of me. And no less honest than you are mad, which is enough, I'll warrant, as this world goes, to pass for honest.
Traitors, will you not push her out? Give her the bastard thou dotard. Thou art woman tired, unroosted by thy dame partner here. Take up the bastard. Take it up, I say, give it to thy crow.
Forever unvenerable be thy hands, if thou takest up the princess by that forced baseness which he has put upon it.
He dreads his wife.
So I what you did. Then for pass all night you call your children yours.
And that's the traitors.
I'm none by this good light.
Nor I, nor any but one that's here, and that's himself. For he, the sacred honor of himself, his queens, his hopeful sons, his babes, betrays to slander, whose sting is sharper than the swords, and will not, for as the case now stands, it is a curse he cannot be compelled to it, once remove the root of his opinion, which is rotting, as ever oak or stone were sound.
A coward, a boundless tongue, who late hath beat her husband, and now baits me. This brat is none of mine. It is the issue of Polixenes. Hence with it, and together with the dam, commit them to the fire.
It is yours. And might we lay the old proverb to your charge, so like you 'tis the worse. Behold, my lords, although the print be little, the whole matter and copy of the father, eye, nose, lip, the trick of his frown, his forehead, nay, the valley, the pretty dimples of his chin and cheek, his smile, the very mold and frame of hand, nail, finger. And thou, good goddess nature, which hast made it so like to him that got it, if thou hast the ordering of the mind to, mongst all colors, no yellow in it, lest she suspect as he does, her children, not her husband's.
A gross hag. And those of thou art worthy to be hanged that will not stay her tongue.
All the husbands that cannot do that feed you'll leave yourself hardly one subject.
Once more take her hence.
The most unworthy and unnatural lord can do no more.
I'll have ye burnt.
I care not. It is an heretic that makes the fire, not she which burns it. I'll not call you tyrant, but this most cruel usage of your queen, not able to produce more accusation than your own weak-hinged fancy, something savors of tyranny, and will ignoble make you yea scandalous to the world.
On your allegiance, out of the chamber with her. Were I a tyrant, where were her life? She durst not call me so if she did know me one. Away with her!
I pray you do not push me, on God. Look to your babe, my lord, 'tis yours. Jove send her a better guiding spirit. So. Farewell. We are gone.
Thou, traitor, hast set on thy wife to this. My child. Away with it. Even thou that hast a heart so tender o'er it, take it hence and see it instantly consumed with fire. Even thou, and none but thou. Take it up straight. Within the hour bring me word 'tis done, and by good testimony or else cease thy life with what thou hast cost thine. If you will refuse and will encounter with my wrath, say so. The bastard brains with these my proper hands I'll dash out. Go, take it to the fire, without sex on thy wife. Oh, the feathered reach wind that blows. Shall I live on to see this bastard kneel and call me father? Better burn it now than curse it then. But be it let it live, it shall not neither you, sir, come hither. You that have been so tenderly officious with Lady Marjorie, who made my day to save this bastard's life, for 'tis a bastard so sure as this beard's gray. Why will you adventure to save this rat's life?
Anything, my lord, that my ability may undergo in nobleness impose, at least thus much. Upon the little blood what I have left to save the innocent, anything possible.
It shall be possible. Swear on this sword that thou wilt perform my bidding.
I will, my lord.
Mark in performance, seest thou, for the fatal of any poignant shall not only be death to thyself, but to thy rude-tongued wife, who for this time we pardon. We enjoin thee, as you are liegeman to us, that thou carry this female bastard hence, and that thou bear it to some remote and desert place, quite out of our dominions, and there thou leave it without more mercy to its own protection in favor of the climate. As by strange fortune it came to us, I do injustice charge thee on my soul's peril, my body's torture, that thou commend it strangely to some place where chance may nurse or end it. Take it up.
I swear to do this, though a present death had been more merciful. Come, poor babe. Some powerful spirit instruct kites and ravens to be thy nurses. Wolves and bears, they say, casting their savages aside, done like offices of pity. Serve thee prosperous in more than this deed does require, and blessings against this cruelty fight on thy side. Poor thing, condemned to loss.
No, I'll not rear this issue. This session, to our great grief, we pronounce even pushes against our hearts. The party tribe, the daughter of the king, our wife, and one of us too much beloved. Let us be clear to being tyrannous, since we so openly proceed injustice, which shall have due course, even to the guilt or the purgation. Produce the prisoner. Read the indictment.
Hermione, queen to the worthy Leontes, king of Sicilia, thou art here accused and arraigned of high treason in committing adultery with Polixenes, king of Bohemia, and conspiring with Camilla to take away the life of our sovereign lord the king, thy royal husband. The pretense whereof being by circumstances partly laid open, thou, Hermione, contrary to the faith and allegiance of a true subject, did counsel and aid them for their better safety to fly away by night.
Since what I am to say must be but that which contradicts my accusation, and the testimony on my part no other but comes from myself, it shall scarce boot me to say not guilty. Mine integrity being counted falsehood shall, as I express it, be so received. Thus, if powers divine behold our human actions as they do, I doubt not then but innocence shall make false accusation blush, and tyranny tremble at patience. You, my lord, best know who least will seek to do so. My past life has been as continent, as taste as true as I am now unhappy, which is more than history can pattern, the demise and play to take spectators. For behold me, a fellow of the royal bed, which owe a moiety of the throne, a great king's daughter, a mother to a hopeful prince, here standing to prate and talk for life and honor for who pleased to come in here. For life, I prize it as I weigh grief, which I would lay down. For honor, 'tis a derivative from me to mine, and only that I stand for. I appeal to your conscience, sir. Before Polixenes came to your court, how I was in your grace, how merited to be so. But what encounter so uncurrent I have strained to appear thus, with one jot beyond the bound of honor, or act or will that way inclining. Hardened be the hearts of all that hear me, and my nearest of kin cry by upon my grave.
I never heard yet that any of the bolder vices wanted less impudence to gainsay what they did than to perform it first.
That's true enough, though 'tis a saying, sir, not due to me.
You will not own it.
More than mistress of. Which comes to me a name of fault I must not at all acknowledge. Before Polixenes, with whom I am accused, I do confess, I loved him as an honor he required, with such a kind of love as might become a lady like me, with a love even so and no other as yourself commanded. Which not to have done, I think, had been in me both disobedience and ingratitude to you and toward your friend, whose love had spoke, even said he could speak from an infant freely that it was yours. Now for conspiracy. I know not how it tastes, though you dished for me to try how. All I know is that Camillo is an honest man. And why he left your court, the gods themselves, won't he no more than I, are ignorant.
You knew of his departure, as you know what you have undertaken to do in his absence.
Sir, you speak a language that I understand not. My life stands at the level of your dreams, which I'll lay down.
Your actions are my dreams. You had a bastard by Polixenes, and I but dreamed. As you are past all shame, most of your facts are so past all truth, which in I concerns more than avails. For as thy brat hath been cast out, like to itself, no father owning it, so thou shalt feel our justice, in whose easiest path is looked for no less than death.
Sir, spare your threats. The bug which you would frighten me with, I seek. To me can life be no commodity? The crown and comfort of my life, your favor? I do get lost, for I do feel gone, but know not how it went. My second joys and first fruits spoke my body from his presence, and my bard like one infectious. My third comfort started most unluckily is from my breast. Innocent milk in its most innocent mouth, I hailed to murder. Myself on every post proclaimed a strumpet, with immodest hatred the child-bred privilege denied, which belongs to women of all fashion. Lastly, hurry here to this place in the open air, for I've got strength of limit now. My liege, tell me what blessings have I here alive that I should fear to die. Therefore proceed. But yet, hear this, mistake me not. No life I present not straw, but for my honor which I would free, if I should be condemned upon surmises, all prove sleeping else, but what, your jealousies awake? I tell you 'tis rigor, and not law. Your honors, all I do refer me to the oracle. Apollo be my judge.
This your request is altogether just. Therefore bring forth, and in Apollo's name, his oracle. You here shall swear upon this sword of justice that you, Cleomenes and Dion, have been both at Delphos, and from thence have brought this sealed up oracle by the hand delivered of great Apollo's priest, and that since then you have not dared to break the holy seals nor read the secret hint.
All this we swear.
Break up the seals and read.
Hermione is chaste, Polixenes blameless, Camillo a true subject, Leontes a jealous tyrant, his innocent babe truly begotten, and the king shall live without an heir, if that which is lost be not found.
Hast thou read true?
Aye, my lord, as it is here set down.
There is no truth at all in the oracle. This session shall proceed. This is mere falsehood.
My lord, the king, the king.
But what is the business?
Oh, sir, I shall be hated to live with. The prince, your son with mere conceit and fear of the queen's speed is gone.
Oh, how gone?
Is dead.
Apollo is angry, and the heavens themselves do strike at my injustice.
This
What noise?
news is mortal to the queen. Look down and see what death is doing.
Take her hence. Her heart is but o'ercharged, and she will recover. I have too much believed my own suspicion. I beseech you tenderly apply to her some remedies for life. Apollo, pardon my great profaneness against thine oracle. I will reconcile me to Polixenes, and do my queen recall the good Camillo, whom I proclaim a man of truth, of mercy. For being transported by my jealousy to bloody thoughts into revenge, I chose Camillo for the minister to poison my friend Polixenes, which had been done, but the good mind of Camillo tarried my swift command, though I with death and with reward did threaten and encourage him. Not doing it and being done, he most humane and filled with honor to my kingly guest, and class my practice. Greatest fortitude, you do great, and to the certain hazard of all uncertainties himself commended no richer than his honor. How he blisters through my rust, and how his piety does my deeds make the blacker.
Oh, cut my lace, lest my heart cracking it break too. What studied torments tyrant hast for me? What wheels, racks, fires, what flaying, boiling in leads or oils? What old or newer torture must I receive, whose every word deserves to taste of thy most worst? Thy tyranny, together working with thy jealousies, fancies too weak for boys, too green and idle for girls of 9. Oh, think what they have done, and then run mad, indeed start mad, for all thy bygone bulleries were but spices of it. That betrays Polixenes was nothing. That did but show thee of a fool, inconstant, indamnable, ungrateful. Nor was much thou would have poisoned good Camillo's honor to have him kill a king. Poor trespasses, more monstrous standing by. Whereof I reckon the casting forth to crows thy baby daughter to be or none, or little. Though a devil would have shed water on a fire dunt. Nor is directly laid to thee the death of the young prince, whose honorable thoughts high for one so tender cleft the heart that could conceive a gross and foolish sire blemished his gracious stamp. This is not no late to thine answer, but the last. O lords, when I have said cry woe, the queen, the sweetest, dearest creature's dead, and vengeance for it not dropped down yet. I'll say, she said, if word or oath prevail not, go and see if you can bring tincture, luster in her lip, her eye, heat outwardly a breath within. I'll serve you as I would do the gods, but oh thou tyrant, do not repent these things, for they are heavier than all thy woes can stir. Therefore betake thee to nothing but despair. 1,000 knees, 10,000 years together, naked, fasting, upon a barren night. And still winter and storm perpetual could not move the gods to look that way thou wert.
Go on, go on. Thou canst not speak too much. I have deserved all tongues to talk their bitter.
Say no more. Our the business goes, you made fall of the boldness of your speech.
Oh, I'm sorry for it. All faults I make, when I shall come to know them, I do repent.
has shown too much the rashness of a woman, he is touched to the noble heart. What's gone and what's past help should be past grief. Oh. Do not receive affliction at my petition. Sir Royal, sir, I beseech you, rather let me be punished than have minded you of what you should forget. Now, good, my liege, Sir Royal, sir, forgive a foolish woman. The love I bore your queen, full again. I'll speak of nor no more, nor of your children. I'll not remember you of my own lord who is lost too. Take your patience to you, and I'll say nothing.
Thou didst speak but well with most the truth, which I receive much better than to be pitied of thee. Prithee, bring me to the dead bodies of my queen and son. One grave shall be for both. Upon them shall the causes of their death appear unto our shame perpetual. But once a day I'll visit the chapel where they lie, and tears and there shall be my recreation. So long as nature will bear up this exercise, so long I daily vow to use it. Come and lead me unto these sorrows.
Poor babe. I've heard but not believed the spirits of the dead may walk again. If such things be, thy mother appeared to me last night. For ne'er was dream so like waking. To me comes a creature, sometimes her head on one side, some another. I never saw a vessel of light sorrow so filled and so becoming. In pure white robes, like very sanctity, she did approach my cabin where I lay, thrice bowed before me, and gasping to begin some speech, her eyes became two spouts. Fury spent anon this break from her. Good Antigonus, since fate, against thy better disposition, have made thy person to throw her out of my poor babe, according to thine oath, places remote enough for in Bohemia. There, weep, and leave it crying, and for the babe is counted lost forever. Perdita, prithee call it. For this ungentle business put on thee by my lord, thou ne'er shalt see thy wife Paulina more. And so with shrieks she melted into air. Frighted much, I did in time collect myself, and thought this was so, and no slumber. Dreams are toys. Yet, for this once, yea, superstitiously I will be swear by this. I do believe Hermione hath suffered death, and that Apollo would, this being indeed the issue of King Polixenes, it should here be laid either for life or death upon the earth of its right father. Awesome. Speed thee well. There lie, and there thy character, there these which may, if fortune please, both breed thee pretty and still rest thine. So be it. Poor wretch, that for thy mother's fault art thus exposed to loss and what may follow. Weep I cannot, but my heart bleeds, and most accursed am I to be by oath enjoined to this. Farewell. The day frowns more and more. Thou art like to have a lullaby too rough. I never thought that I was so dim by day, a savage clamor. Well, may I get aboard? This is the chase. I am gone forever.
on top of
Okay.
each other.
Dun, dun,
Like right there.
dun,
Yeah,
dun,
like that.
dun. Like in the way that makes sense.
Yeah. And then Grace, where did the other four go? They're like back there. Wait.
There, oh, one stays here and then three go forward and stand there.
Great. So helpful. Yeah. You guys, it's so easy when you have number one.
That's what they call us. Just a sweater.
Yeah. Where's our rates? Where's our rates? And you said that one chair stays, right?
Well, I'm gonna move it. I just didn't want to copy. Well, hey Grace, when do we go to intermission? I think it's 41 we went into it. Okay. 41, 42-ish. So okay, so 48 now. It's like $50-ish. Oh, we do 50 So if we say 50, so probably like at 50. Sounds good. Or can you not? No, don't you worry. It goes like on top. Because these ones, like, fit with me.
Yeah.
These kind of go like.
This one doesn't have a number on it, but I'm assuming it's mic 5 because it's the quarter one.
Yeah, it's fine. And then it goes like this. How creative. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys last night I was in here. I like texted my leave, so I closed Shapiro. And
Why are you always closing Shapiro when you don't?
This one is only one. Yeah, the, but no specifically has to go.
Oh, sorry. You're right. You're right.
Goddamn CMD. Like these ones. But so the emergency lights in the theater started blinking really, like blinking. I like texted him today, like, hey, why did you close the theater?
He didn't even close the theater?
Well, he was like, I have to go to a movie, and I was like, okay, because he kept rushing me when I got here. I was like, okay, and I was like, see, look at this. Sorry, I was probably but
I'm farting.
so I have a video, because I sent the video to Tom and Dana about it, the lights tweaking out.
Yeah.
And then, like, it was so creepy. Like, I was alone in there, and all of a sudden, there's no sound though, and there was no emergency, but the lights started beeping. I ran out of there. I'm like, I'm not doing this shit. I thought I was gonna ghost it. I'm like, I'm not doing this shit. I ran out, and then I just found Meg. I'm like, because I was like, I'm not gonna be in here alone with these lights tweaking out. So then, and then they just stopped randomly, and I was like, that's my sign to. That's what I woke up. I was like, "Is that nothing?" This one. That's pretty much it.
Did you catch the way we're filming the show?
How is that? Two. I'm gonna put my It was a lot worse. I made it look better. I was wondering what that was. I was just like, That's good. I was gonna say, that seems like not a lot. I was gonna say, that seems.
Yeah, you're running.
Should I just sit there?
Just hold on a second.
Hi everyone! Hope you all enjoyed the first part of the show. The second half, you do not need your headsets on, but keep them close by and plugged in. But for now, enjoy the show with your headphones off. Thank you.
Try all, both joy and terror of good and bad, that makes and unfolds error, now take upon me, in the name of time, to use my wings. Impute it not a crime to me, or my swift passage, that I slide o'er 16 years, and leave the growth untried at that wide gap, since it is in my power to o'erthrow law, and in one's self-born hour to make an o'erwhelm custom. Let me pass the same I am, ere ancient's order was, or what is now received. I witness to the times that brought them in, so shall I do to the freshest thing and make stale the glistering of this present, as my tale now seems to it. Of this allowing, I turn my glass, and give my scene such growing as you had slept between. Leontes leaving, the effect of his fond jealousy so grieving that he shuts up himself. Imagine me, gentle spectators, that I now may be in fair Bohemia. And remember well, a son of the king's, which Florizel I now name to you, and with speed so paced to speak of, Perdita, now grown in grace equal with wondering. What of her ensues, I list not prophecy, but let time's news be brought forth. A shepherd's daughter, and what to her adheres, which follows after is the argument of time. Of this allow, if ever you have spent time worse ere now, if never, yet that time herself doth say she wishes earnestly you never may.
I pray thee, good Camillo, be no more importunate. 'Tis a sickness denied to be anywhere, death to grant this.
It is 15 years since I saw my country. Though I have, for the most part, been aired abroad, I desire to lay my bones there. Besides, the penitent king, my master, hath sent for me, to whose feeling sorrows I might be some allay, or I are willing to think so, which is another spur to my departure.
As thou lovest me, Camillo, wipe not out the rest of thy services by leaving me now. The need I have of thee, thine own goodness hath made. Better not to have had thee than thus to want thee. Thou, having made me services which none without thee can sufficiently manage, must either stay to execute them, or take away with thee the very services thou hast done, which, if I have not enough considered as too much, I cannot, to be more thankful to thee, shall be my study, and my profit therein the keeping friendships. Of that fatal country, Sicilia, good, speak no more, whose very naming punishes me with the remembrance of that penitent, as thou callest him, and reconciled king, my brother, of whose loss of his most precious queen and children are even now to be a fresh lament. Say to me, when sawest thou Prince Florizel, my son? Kings are no less unhappy, their issue not being gracious as they are in losing them when they prove their virtue.
Sir, it is 3 days since I saw the prince. What his happier affairs may be are to me unknown. But I have missingly noted he is of late much retired from court and is less frequent to his princely exercises than formerly he hath appeared.
I have considered so much going on with some care, so far that I have eyes under my service which look upon his removedness, from whom I have this intelligence, that he is seldom from the house of a most homely shepherd. A man, they say, that from very nothing and beyond the imagination of his neighbors is grown into an unspeakable estate.
I have heard, sir, of such a man, who hath a daughter of most rare note. Report of her is extended more than can be thought to begin from such a cottage.
It's likewise part of my intelligence. Yet I fear the angle that hooks our something. Thou shalt accompany me to the place where we will, not appearing what we are, have some question with the shepherd, from whose simplicity I think it not uneasy to get the cause of my sudden resort thing. Good. Be my present partner in this business, and lay aside the thoughts of Sicilia.
I willingly obey your command.
My is coming up. Come, we must disguise ourselves.
When daffodils begin to peer with, hey, the doxy o'er the dale, why then comes in the sweet of the year, for the red blood reigns in the winter's pale, the white sheep bleaching overhead with, hey, the sweet birds, oh how they sing, doth set my pugging tooth on edge, for a quart of ale is a dish for a king. The lark, the tearlier chants, with hay, the thrush and the jay, are summer songs for me and my aunts, while we lie tumbling in the hay. I have served Prince Florizel, and in my time wore 3 pile, but now I am out of service. But shall I go mourn for that, my dear? The pale moon shines by night, and when I wander here and there, I then do most go right. If tinkers may have leave to bear the sow-skin budget, then my account I well may give. And in the stocks, in the stocks, in the stocks, in the stocks of action. My traffic is the sheets. When the kite builds, look to lesser linen. My father named me Autolycus, and being as I am, littered under Mercury, was likewise a snapper-up of unconsidered trifles. With dye and drab I purchased this caparison, and my revenue is the silly cheat. Gallows and knock are too powerful on the highway. Beating and hanging are terrors to me. For the life to come, I sleep out the thought of it. A prize, a prize.
Let me see. Every 11 weathered tods, every tod yields pound and odd shilling, 1,500 shorn. What comes the wool to?
If the spring hold, the cock's mine.
I cannot do it without counters. Let me see. What am I to buy for our sheep shearing feast?
Oh! The never run was born!
Me.
Oh! Help me! Help me! Pluck off these rags, and then death! Death!
Poor soul, thou hast more need of rags to lay on thee rather than half these off.
Oh, sir! The loathsomeness of them offends me more than the stripes I have received, which are mighty ones and millions.
Alas, poor man, a million of beating may come to a great matter.
I am robbed, sir, and beaten, and my money and apparel taken from me.
Lend me thy hand, I'll help thee. Lend me thy hand.
Good sir, tenderly. Oh!
Alas, poor soul.
Oh, softly, dear sir. I fear my shoulder blade is out. Oh, softly, sir. Softly, good sir. Oh, thou hast done me a charitable office.
Dost lack any money? I have a little money for thee.
No, sweet sir. No, I beseech you. Sir, offer me no money. I have a kinsman, not past 3/4 of a mile hence, unto whom I was going. I shall there have money or anything I want. Offer me no money, I pray you, that kills my heart.
What manner of fellow was he that robbed you?
A fellow, sir, who I have known to go about with troll my dames. I knew him once to be a servant of the prince. I don't know, good sir, which of his virtues it was, but he was certainly whipped out of the court.
His vices, you would say. There's no virtue whipped out of the court. They cherish it to make it stay there, and yet it will no more but abide.
His vices, I would say, sir. I know this man well. Some call him Autolycus.
Out upon him, prig, for my life, prig. He haunts wakes, fairs, and bear baitings.
Very true, sir. He, that's the man that put me into this apparel.
Not a more cowardly rogue in all Bohemia. If you had but looked big and then spit at him, he'd have run.
I must confess to you, sir, I am no fighter. I am falsified that way, and this he knew. I warn him.
How do you now?
Oh, sweet sir, very well. I can stand and walk. I will even take my leave of you and pace softly toward my kinsman.
Oh, shall I bring you on the way?
No! Nay, sir, no. Sweet sir.
Well then, fare thee well. I must go buy spices for our sheep shearing.
Prosper you, sweet sir. Your purse is not hot enough to purchase your spice. I'll be with you at your sheep shearing too. And if I make not this cheat bring out another, and the shearers prove sheep, let me be unrolled and my name put in the book of virtue. Jugga, jugga, the foot that way, and merrily hence the style, eh? A merry heart goes all the day, your sad tires in a mile, eh?
These your unusual weeds to each part of you do give a life. No shepherdess, but Flora appearing in April's front. This your sheep sharing is as a meeting place of the petty gods and you the queen aunt.
Sir, my gracious lord, to chide at your extremes it not becomes me. But pardon that I need them. Your high self, the gracious mark of the land, you obscured with the sleeves wearing, and me, poor lovely maid, most goddess-like pricked up. But that our feasts and all their mess have folly, and the feeders digested with the custom. She blushed to see me so attired, sworn, I think, to show myself a glass.
I bless the time when my good falcon made her flight across thy father's ground.
Imagine
find nothing but jollity. The gods themselves, humbling their deities to love, have taken the shapes of beasts upon them. Jupiter became a bull, and bellowed, the green Neptune a ram, and bleated, and the fire of God, golden Apollo, a poor humble swain as I do seem now. Their transformations were never for a piece of beauty rare, nor in a way so chaste, since my desires were not before mine honor, nor my heart for harder than my lust.
But, sir, your resolution cannot hold when it is opposed as it must be by the power of the king. One of these two must be necessities which then will speak that you must change this purpose, or I my life.
Thou dearest Perdita, these 4 spots I prithee darken not the mirth of the feast, for I'll be thine, my fair, not my father's. For I cannot be mine own, nor anything to any, if I be not thine. To this I am most constant, though destiny say no. Be merry, gentle, strangle such thoughts as these with anything that you behold the while. Your guests are coming, lift up your countenance as if it were that day of celebration of the nuptial, which we two sworn shall come. See here, just approach, address yourselves into him, sprightly!
Merchants and you auspicious.
My daughter! When my old wife lived, on this day, she was both pantler, butler, cook, both dame and servant, welcomed all, served all, would sing her song, dance her turn. Now, at the end of the table, now in the middle, on his shoulder, in his, her face afire with labor. And the things she took acquainted, she would to each one set. You are retired, as if you were a feasted one, and not the hostess of the meeting. Pray you, bid these unknown friends choose welcome, for it is a way to make us better friends, more known. Come, quench your blushes, present yourself that which you are, mistress of the feast. Come on and welcome us to your sheep shearing, as your good flock shall prosper.
Sir, welcome. It is my father's will I should take on me the hostessship of the day. You're welcome, sir. Bring me those flowers there, Dorcas. For you, there's... Oh, rosemary and rue. These keep seeding and savor all the winter long. Feast and remembrance to you both, and welcome to our shearing.
Shepherdess, a fair one are you? What do you fit our ages with flowers of winter?
Sir, you're growing ancient, not yet on summer's death, nor on the birth of trembling winter. The fairest flowers of our season are carnations and street deliverers, but I care not to get slips in them. Those kind are rustic gardens there.
Wherefore, gentle maid, do you neglect them?
For I've heard it said there is an art which in a kindness shares of great creating nature.
Scary. Yet nature is made better by no means, but nature makes that mean. So, over that art which you say adds to nature is an art that nature makes. You see, sweet maid, we marry a gentler scion of the wildest stock, and may conceive a bark of baser kind by bud of nobler root. This is an art which does mend nature. Change it rather, but the art itself is nature.
So it is.
That make your garden rich in villivores, and do not call them bastards.
Not said the devil and I just set one slip of them. No more than were I painted, I would wish this youth should say for well, and only therefore desire to breed by me. Oh, here's some more flowers! Lavender, savory, mint, marjoram, the marigold that goes to bed with the sun and rises weeping. These are flowers of middle summer, and I think they are going to have to make you garlands of, and my sweet friend to strew him o'er and o'er.
What, like a corpse?
No, like a bank for love to lie and pray on, not like a corpse. Or, if to be buried, but quite dead in mine arms. I see them play as I have seen them do in wits and pastorals. For this robe of mine has changed my disposition.
What you do still betters what is done. When you speak, sweet, I'd have you do it ever. When you sing, I'd have you buy and sell so, give alms, praise so, and for the ordering your affairs to sing them too. When you do dance, I wish you away, though, to see that you might do nothing but that. Move still so, oh, no other function, each you're doing, so singular in each particular. If crowns what you are doing in the present, that all your deeds are queens.
Oh, my Doricles, your praises are too large. But for the youth and your shrewd language keepeth fairly through it, I might fear with wisdom, my Doricles, you would be the false way.
I think you have as little skill to fear as I have purpose to put you to it. But come, our dance, I pray you, your hand, my Bernadette, so turtles pair that never mean to part.
I'll swear for 'em.
This is the prettiest lad that e'er ran on the Queen's room. Nothing she does or seems but smacks of something greater than herself. Too noble for this place.
And he tells her something that makes her blood look out. Good, Sue, she is the queen of courage and clean.
Come on, strike up!
Shepherd, what fair swain is this which dances with your daughter?
They call him Doricles, and boasts himself to have a worthy feeding. But I have it upon his own report, and I believe it. He looks like Sue. He says he loves my daughter, I think so too, for never gazed the moon upon the water, as he'll stand and read, as were my daughter's eyes. To be plain, I think there's not half a kiss to choose who loves another best.
She dances featly.
So she does anything. Though I report it, that should be silent. If young Doricles do light upon her, she'll bring him that which she not dreams of.
Lawn is white as driven snow, cypress black as air was snow, love was sweet as damask roses, masks for faces and for noses, bugle pastry, necklace amber, perfume for your lady's chamber, golden drops and star doors for my lads to give their ear, pins and tokens, sticks of steel, what maids last from head to heel, come by me, come by, or else your lasses cry, come by!
Money bags out of Berlin, and she longed to eat at
shall pay well for her. Will you buy any tape, any lace for your cape, my dainty duck, my dear any bread, any toys for your head of the newest and finest where come to the peddler. Money's a meddler, and doth utter all men's wear.
Oh, Father, you know more of that hereafter. Sit not too far down. Simple and tells much. This side of the farm. How now, fair shepherd? Your heart is full of something that does take your mind from feasting. Sooth, when I was young and handed love as you do, I was wont to load my sheep with gnats. I would have ransacked the peddler's silken treasury and have poured it to her acceptance. You have let him go, and nothing marred it with him. If your lass interpretation should abuse and call this your lack of love or bounty, you are strained for a reply. At least if you make a care of happy holding her.
Well, sir, I know she prizes not such trifles as these are. The gifts she looks for me aloft impacted in my heart, which I have given already but not delivered. Oh, hear me breathe my life before this ancient sir who it should seem has sometime loved.
How prettily the young swain would seem to wash the hand that was fair before. I have put you out, but to your protestation, let me hear what you profess.
Do it and be witness to it.
And this my neighbor too.
And he, and more than he and men, the earth, the heavens, and all, that were I the most imperial monarch thereof most worthy, were I the fairest youth that ever made, I swerve, had force and knowledge more than was ever man's, I would not prize them without her love. For her employ them all, commend them and condemn them to her spirit, or to their own perdition.
There we are. Without affection.
But my daughter, say you liked him.
No, I cannot speak so well, nothing so well, but by the pattern of my own thoughts I cannot the purity of his.
Take hands a bargain, and friends are known, you shall bear witness to it. I give my daughter to him, and shall make her portion equal his.
That has been the virtue of your daughter, one being dead, I shall have more than you can dream of yet. Enough then, for your wonder. Contract us for these witnesses.
Come your hand, and daughter yours.
Soft, swain, a while, beseech you. Have you a father?
I have, but what of him?
Knows he is.
Neither does nor shall.
Methinks a father is at the nuptial of his son, I guess, that best becomes the taking. Pray you once more, is not your father grown incapable of reasonable things? Is he not stupid with age and altering rooms? Can he speak? Hear? No man from man dispute his own estate? Lies he not bedridden, and again does nothing but what he did, being childish?
No, good sir. He has his health and ample strength that most have of his age.
On my white beard, you offer him, if this be so a wrong, something unfilial, reason, my son, should choose himself a wife, but as good reason the father, all whose joy is nothing but fair posterity, should hold some counsel in such a business.
I yield all this, but for some other reason which is not fit. You know, I don't acquaint my father with the visit.
Let him not.
He shall not.
Prithee, let
He
him.
must not.
Let him, my son. He shall not need to grieve for knowing of thy choice.
Come, come, he must not. Mark our contract.
Mark your divorce, young sir, whose son I dare not call. Thou art too base to be acknowledged. Thou, a scepter's heir, that thus affects a sheep hook. Thou, old traitor, I am sorry that by hanging thee I can but shorten thy life 1 week. And thou, priest of excellent witchcraft, who of force must know the royal fool thou comest with.
Oh, my heart!
I scratched with bribes and made more homely than thy sin. Fallen born, I may never heed, thou dost but sigh that thou no more shalt see this neck, as never I mean thou shalt. We'll bar thee from succession, not hold thee of our blood, no, not our kin. Farther than to carry it off, mark thou my words, follow us to the court. Thou, churl, for this time, we're full of our displeasure, yet we free thee from the dead blow that chained thee. Worthy enough a herdsman, yea, him too that makes himself but for our honor therein unworthy thee. If ever henceforth thou these rural lashes to his entrance open, or hoop his body more with thy embraces, I will devise a death as cruel to thee as thou art tender to it.
Even here undone. I was not much afeard, for once or twice I nearly spoke and told him the self-same sun that shines upon our cottage hides not his visage from our cottage, but looks on alike. Will it please you, sir, be gone? I told you what would come of this. This dream of mine being now awake, I'll queen it no inch farther, but will my use of wicked.
Well, hi now, father. Speak ere thou diest.
I cannot speak, nor think, nor dare to know that which I know. Oh, sir, you have undone a man of 83, that thought to fill his grave with quiet, yea, to die upon the bed my father died, till I closed by his honest bones, but now some hangman must put on my shroud and lay me where no priest shovels in dust. Oh, cursed wretch that knew this was the prince, and was adventure to mingle faith with him. Undone! Undone if I were to die within the hour. I have lived to die when I desire.
Why look you so upon me? I am but sorry, not feared. Delayed, but nothing altered what I was. I am more straining on for plucking back, not following my leash unwillingly.
Gracious my lord, you know your father's temper. At this time you allow no speech, which I do guess you not to oppose to him, as hardly will he endure your sight as yet, I fear. Then, till the fury of his highness shall come out before him.
I'm not purposing. Milo, I think.
Even he, my lord?
How often have I told you 20 thus? How often said my dignity the last, but till 'twere known?
It cannot fail but by the violation of my faith, and then that nature mar the seeds of the earth together and crush them within. Look up, dear. From my affection wipe me. Father, I am heir to my affection.
Be advised.
I am, and by my fancies, my reason will bear to be obedient. I have reason, if not my senses better pleased with madness, to bid it welcome.
Ah, this is desperate.
So call it, but it does fulfill my vow. I need must think it honesty. Camilo, not for Bohemia, not for the pomp that may be thereat gleaned, for all the sun sees, or the close earth wombs, or the profound seas hide in unknown fathoms, will I break my oath to this my fair beloved. Therefore I pray you, as you have ever been my father's honored friend when he shall miss me, as in faith I mean not to see him any more. Cast your counsels upon his good passion, that myself and fortune taught for the time to come this you may know, and so deliver. I am put to sea with her, whom here I cannot hold on shore. And most opportune to our needs there is a vessel, which rides fast by, but not prepared for this design. What course we mean to hold shall nothing benefit your knowledge, nor concern you the reporting.
Good, my lord. I would your spirit were easier for advice, or stronger for your view.
Hark, I'll hear you by and by.
He's irremovable.
business that I leave out ceremony.
Sir, I think you have heard of my poor services and the love that I have borne your father.
Very nobly you deserve. It's my father's business to speak your deeds. No little of us yet have them recompensed is thought on.
Well, my lord, if it may please you to think I love the king, and through him what is nearest to him, which is your gracious self, embraced my direction. If your more ponderous and settled project may suffer alteration, by mine honor, I'll point you where you shall have such proceedings as shall become your highness, where you may enjoy your mistress, from whom I see there's no disjunction to be made, goodbye, as heavens forfend your ruin. Marry him. With my best endeavors, with your absence or discontending fathers, try to qualify and bring him up to liking.
How good Camillo, may this almost a miracle be done, that I may call thee something more than a man, and after that trust to thee.
Have you thought on a place where two will go?
Well, and yet, as the unthought on accident is guilty to what we wildly do, so we profess ourselves to be slaves of chance and flies to every wind that blows.
Then listen to me. This follows. If you will not change your purpose, but undergo this flight, make for Sicilia. And there, present yourself in your fair princess, for so as she must be for Leontes. She will be habited as it becomes the partner of your bed. Methinks I see Leontes opening his free arms and weeping his welcomes forth. Ask thee, the son, for forgiveness, as for in the father's place, kisses the hand of your fresh princess, or nor divides himself betwixt his unkindness and his kindness, and when he shies to hell, and bids the other grow faster than thought or time.
Worthy Camillo, what color for my visitation shall I hold up?
Sent by the king, your father, to greet him and give him comfort. Sir, the manner of your bearing towards him, which you, as from your father, shall deliver, things known betwixt us three. I'll write you down, the which shall point you forth at every sitting which you must say, that you shall not receive, but that you have your father's bosom there and speak his very heart.
I'm bound to you, there's some sap in this.
Prosperity is the very bond of love, whose fresh complexion and whose heart together affliction alters.
One of these is true. I think affliction may subdue the cheek, but not the mind.
Oh, yea, say you so. There shall not at your father's house be 7 years be born another such.
If Camillo, she's as forward of her breathing as she is in the rare of birth.
I cannot say 'tis pity, she lacks instructions, for she seems a mistress to most that teach.
Your pity is there for this. I'll blush you once.
Our prettiest perdita, but oh, the thorns we stand upon. Camillo, preserve of my father, now of me, the medicine of our house. How shall we do? We are not furnished like the lady's son, nor shall we appear in Sicilia.
My lord, fear not this. Think you know my fortunes, you all lie there. It shall be so my care to have you royally appointed, as though the scene you play were mine. For instance, that you may know, you shall not want. One word.
What a fool honesty is. And trust his sworn brother, a very simple gentleman. I have sold all my trumpery, not a counterfeit stone, not a ribbon, glass, pomander, brooch, table ballad, book, horn ring, shoe tie to keep my pack from fasting. They thronged who should buy first, as if mine trinkets had been hallowed, and brought a benediction to the buyer, by which means I saw whose purse was best in the picture, and what I saw to my good use, I remembered. My clown, who wants but something to be a reasonable gentleman, though so in love with the wench's song, that he would not stir his petticoats till he had both tune and words, which so drew the rest of the herd to me, that all their other senses stuck in ears. You could have pinched a placket, it was senseless. 'Twas nothing to geld the codpiece of a purse. I could have filed off keys that hung in chains, no hearing, no seeing, but my sir's song, and admiring the nothing of it, so that in this time of lethargy I picked and cut most of their festival purses. And had not the old man come in with a hubbub against his daughter and the king's son, and scared my chops from the chaff, I had not left a purse alive in the whole army.
And those that you'll procure from King Leontes.
Satisfy your father.
Do you? Only you speak shows fair.
Who have we here? We'll make an instrument of this, and nothing may give us aid.
If they have overheard me now, away hanging.
Why now, good fellow? Why shakest thou so? Fear not, man. There's no harm in it.
I am a poor fellow,
Why
sir.
be so still? Here's nobody who will steal that from you. Yet, for the outside of thy poverty, we must make an exchange. Therefore, this case be instantly, thou must think there's a necessity in it. Change garments with wisdom. So, on his side for the worst, yet all being their son moved.
I am a poor fellow, sir. I know ye well enough.
Prithee, dispatch the gentleman who's half laid already.
Are you in earnest, sir? I smell the trick on't.
Dispatch, I prithee.
Unbuckle, unbuckle! Mistress, let my prophecy come home. You must retire yourself to some coast. Take your sweetheart's hat, pluck it over your brow, muffle your face, dismantle you, and as you can, disliken the truth of your own seeing. For I do fear, eyes over, that you may get to shipboard undisturbed.
I see the place so lies that I must bear a part.
No remedy. Have you done there? Oh!
Should my father meet me now, he would not call me son.
And nay, you shall have no act. Come, lady, come. Farewell, my friend.
Adieu, sir.
Oh, Perdita, what have we twain forgot? A pretty word.
What I do next will be tell the king of this escape and living there bound, or in my hope that I shall so reveal the fortune after, in whose company I shall review Sicilia for the sight I have wings along.
Fortune speed us, thus we set on. To the seaside!
The swifter speed, the better.
I understand the business. I hear it. To have an open ear, a quick eye, and a nimble hand is necessary for a cut purse. A good nose is requisite also to smell out work for the other senses. I see this is the time that the unjust man doth thrive. What an exchange had this been without boot. What a boot is here in this exchange. Sure, the gods do this here connive at us, and we may do anything extempore. The prince himself is after a piece of iniquity, stealing away from his father with a clog at his heels. If I thought it were a piece of honesty to acquaint the king with all, I would not do it. I hold it the more knavery to conceal it, and therein am I constant in my profession. Aside, here's more matter for a hot brain. Every lane's end, every shop, church, session, hanging yields a careful man work.
See, what a man you are now. There is no other way but to tell the king that she's a changeling and none of your flesh and blood.
Nay, but hear me.
Nay, but hear me.
Go to, then.
She, being none of your flesh and blood, your flesh and blood has not offended the king. And so, your flesh and blood is not to be punished by him. Show those things you found about her, those secret things, all but what she has with her. This being done, let the law go whistle, I warrant you.
I will tell the king all, every word. Yea, and his son's praise too, who I may say is no honest man, neither to his father nor to me, to go about to make me the king's brother-in-law.
Indeed, brother-in-law was the farthest off you could have been to him, and then your blood had been the dearer by I know how much an ounce.
Very wisely, puppies.
Let us to the king. There is that in this Fardell will make him scratch his beard.
I know not what impediment this complaint may be to the flight of my master.
Pray heartily he be at palace.
Although I am not naturally honest, I am so sometimes by chance. Let me pocket up my peddler's excrement. How now, rustics! Where are you bound?
To the palace, and it's like your worship.
Your affairs there. What? With whom? The condition of that Fardell? The places of your dwelling, your names, ages, of what having, breeding, and anything else fitting to be known? Discover.
We are but plain fellows, sir.
A lie! You are rough and hairy. Let me have no lying. Because I'm a tradesman, and they often give us soldiers the lie, but we pay them for it with stamped coin, not with stabbing steel. Therefore, they do not give us the lie.
Your worship had been like to given us one had you not taken yourself with the manner.
Are you a courtier? And it like you, sir?
Whether it like me or no, I am a courtier. Sees not the air of the court in these enfoldings? Hath not my gait in it the measure of the court? Receives not thy nose court odor from me? Thinkest thou that I insinuate or tose from thee thy business there, that I therefore am no courtier? I am courtier, cap a pay, and one will either push on or pluck back thy affairs there, whereupon I command thee, open thy affair.
My business, sir, is to the king.
The king's not at the palace. He has gone aboard a new ship to purge his melancholy and air himself. For if thou beest capable of things serious, thou must know the king is full of grief.
So 'tis said, sir, about his son that should have married a shepherd's daughter.
That shepherd not be in handfast, let him fly. The curses he shall have, the tortures he shall germane to him, though they be removed 50 times, shall all come under the hangman. There would be great pity, yet it is necessary. An old sheep-whistling rogue, a ram tender, to offer to have his daughter come into grace. Some say he shall be stoned, but the death is too cold for him. Say I, draw our throne into a sheepcote. All deaths are too few, the sharpest too easy.
Has the old man heir a son, sir? Do you hear and it like you, sir?
He has a son who shall be flayed alive, then anointed over the head with honey, then set against the head of a wasp's nest, till he be 3/4 and a dram dead, then recovered again with aquavitae or some other hot infusion, then raw as he is, and on the hottest day prognostication proclaims, set against a brick wall, the sun with a southward eye upon him, where he is to behold him with flies, blown to death. But why talk we of these traitorly rascals? Regards we smiled at their offences being so capital, for you seem to be plain, honest men. What have you to the king? Being something gently considered, I'll bring you to where he is aboard, tender your persons to his presence, whisper him in your behalfs, and if it be in man, besides the king, to effect your suits, here his man shall do it.
He seems to be of great authority. Comes with him. Give him gold. And though authority be but a stubborn bear, yet he's oft led by the nose and pole. Show the inside of your purse to the outside of his hand. And no more ado. Remember, stoned and flayed alive.
And it please you, sir, to undertake the business for us. Here is that gold I have, and I will make it as much more, and I leave this young man in pawn until I bring it you.
After I have done what I promised.
Aye, sir.
Well, give me the moiety. Are you a party in this business?
In some sort, sir, though my case be but a pitiful one. I hope I shall not be played out of it.
That's the king of the shepherd's son. He'll be hanged. Let him be made an example.
Comfort, good comfort. We must keep him in our strange sight. He must not know 'tis none of your daughter nor my sister. We are gone else. Sir, I will give you as much gold as this old man does when the business is performed, and remain, as he says, your pawn till it be brought you.
I will trust you. Walk along toward the seaside. Go on the right hand. I will but look upon the hedge and follow me.
We are blessed in this man, as I may say, even blessed.
But before as he bids us, he was provided to do us good.
If I had a mind to be honest, I see fortune would not suffer me. She drops booties in my mouth. Now I am courted with a double occasion, gold and a means to do the prince my master good, which who knows how that may turn back to my advancement. I will bring these two moles, these blind ones, aboard him. If he think it fit to shore them again, and if the complaint they have to the king concerns him nothing, let him call me rogue for being so far officious, for I am proof against that title, and what shame else belongs to it. To him I will present them. There may be matter in it.
Sir, you have done enough, and performed a saint-like sorrow. No fault could you make which you have not redeemed. Indeed, pay it down more penitence than done trespass. At the last, do as the heavens have done. Forget your evil. With them, forgive yourself.
Whilst I remember her and her virtues, I cannot forget my blemishes in them, and so still think of the wrong I have done myself, which was so much that airless it hath made my kingdom, and destroyed the sweet companion that ere man bred his hopes out of. True?
Too true, my lord. If one by one you wedded all the world, or from the all that are took something good to make a perfect woman, she you killed would be unparalleled.
I think so. Killed? She I killed? I did so, but thou strikest me sorely to say I did. It is as bitter upon thy tongue as in my thought. Now, good now, say so with self.
Not at all, good lady. You might have said 1,000 things that would have done the time more benefit and grace to your kindness better.
You are one of those would have him wed again.
If you would not so, you pity not the state nor the remembrance of his most sovereign name. Consider little what danger by his highness filled issue may drop upon his kingdom and devour certain lurkers on. What were more holy than to rejoice the former queen as well? What holier than for royalty's repair, for present comfort and for future good, to bless the bed of majesty and with a sweet fellow to it?
There is none worthy, respecting her that's gone. Besides, the gods will have fulfilled their secret purposes. For has not the divine Apollo said, is not the tenor of his oracle that King Leontes shall not have an heir till his lost child be found? Which that it shall is all as monstrous to our human reason as my Antigonus to break his grave and come again to me, who on my life did perish with the infant. 'Tis your counsel, my lord, should to the heavens be contrary, oppose against their wills. Care not for issue, the crown shall have an heir. Great Alexander left his to the worthiest, so his successor was like to be the best.
Good Paulina, who has the memory of Hermione, I know in honor. Oh, that ever I had squared me to thy counsel, then even now I might have looked upon my queen's full eyes, have taken treasure from her lips.
And left them more rich for what they yielded.
Thou speakest truth. No more such wives, therefore no wife. One worse and better used would make her sainted spirit again possess her corpse, and on the stage, where we offenders now appear, so vexed and begin, why to me?
Had she such power, she had just cause.
If she had, it would incense me to murder her I married.
I should so. Were I the ghost that walked, I'd bid you mark her eye, and tell me for what thou parted you chose her. Then I'd shriek, that in your ears would rift to hear me, and the word that followed should be remember mine.
Stars, stars, and all eyes else, dead coals. Fear thou no wife, Paulina, thou have no wife.
Will you swear? Never to marry but by my free leave.
Never, Paulina, so be blessed my spirit.
No good, my lords, bear witness to his own.
You tempted and overmuch.
Unless another, as like Hermione, uses her picture affront his eye, I have done. Yet, if my lord will marry, if you will, sir, no remedy, but you will, give me the office to choose you a queen. She shall not be so young as was your former, but it shall be such, as walked in the first queen's ghost, it should take joy to see her in your arms.
My true Paulina, we shall not marry till thou bidst us.
That shall be when your first queen's again in birth, never till then.
One that gives out himself, Prince Florizel, son of Polixenes, with his princess, she, the fairest I have yet beheld, desire access to the high presence.
Oh, what? Well, he comes not like to his father's greatness. His approach so out of circumstance and sudden tells us 'tis not a visitation of frame, but one forced by need and accident. What train?
But few and those but who.
His princess, say you with him?
Aye, she, the most purest piece of earth, I think, that ere the sun shone bright on.
Oh, Hermione! As every present time doth boast itself above a better gone, so must thy grave give way to what see now. Sir, you yourself have said and writ so, but your writing now is colder than that theme. She had not been, nor was not to be equal, thus you first flowed with her beauty once. 'Tis shrewdly ebbed to say you've seen a better.
Pardon, madam, the one I almost forgot, your pardon. The other, when she has attained your eye, will have your tongue too. This is a creature which she in a sect, like quench the zeal of all professors out, may postulate of who she but bid follow.
How? Not living.
However, that she is more worth than any man. Men, that she is the rarest of all.
Go, Cleomenes! Yourself assisted with your honored friends. Bring them to our embracement. Still, 'tis strange he does should steal upon us.
Had our prince, jewel of children, seen this hour, he had been well with his lord. It was not full a month between their births.
And prithee no more cease. How know'st he dies to me again when talked of? Sure, when I shall see this gentleman, thy speeches will bring me to consider that which may furnish me a reason. There come. Your mother was most true to wedlock, Prince, for she did print your royal father off conceiving you. Were I but 21, your father's image is so hidden, his very air, that I should call you brother as I did him, and speak of something wildly by us performed before. Most dearly welcome. And your fair princess, goddess. Oh, alas, I lost a couple that twixt heaven and earth might thus have stood begetting wonder as you, gracious couple, do. And then I lost all my own folly, the society, amity too, of your brave father, whom, though bearing misery, I desire my life once more to look on him.
By his command have I here touched Cecilia, and from him all greetings that a king and friend can send a brother. But infirmity which waits upon worn times and sometimes ceased his wished ability, he had himself the land and waters twixt your throne, and is measured to look upon you, whom he loves. He bade me say so more than all the scepters and those that bear them living.
Oh, my brother, good gentlemen, the wrongs I have done thee stir afresh within me, and these thy offices, so rarely kind, are as interpreters of my behindhand slackness. Welcome, as is the spring to the earth. And hath he too exposed this paragon to the fearful usage, at least ungentle, of the dreadful Neptune, to greet a man not worth her pains, much less the adventure of her person?
Good my lord, she came from Libya.
Where the warlike smallest, that noble honored lord, is feared and loved.
Most royal sir, from him whose tears proclaimed his parting with her, thence a prosperous south wind friendly. We have come to execute the charge my father gave me for visiting your highness. My best train I have from your Sicilian shores dismissed, who for Bohemia bend, not only to signify my success in Libya, but my arrival and my wife's in safety where we are.
The blessed gods purge all infection from our air whilst you do climate here. You are the Holy Father, a graceful gentleman, against whose person so sacred as it is, I have done sin, for which the heavens, taking angry note, have let me issue us. And your father's blessed, as he from heaven merits it, with you worthy is goodness. What might I have been, might I, a son and daughter, now have looked on such goodly things as you?
Most noble sir, that which I report shall bear no credit were not the proof so nigh. Please you, great sir, Bohemia greets you from himself by me, desires you to attach his son, who has his dignity and duty both cast off, fled from his father, from his hopes, and with a shepherd's daughter.
Where is Bohemia? Speak.
Here in your city, I now came from him. I speak amazedly, and it becomes my marvel in my message. To your court, whilst he was hastening in the chase, it seems, of this fair couple, meets he on the way the father of this seeming lady and her brother, both having their country quitted with this young prince.
Camillo has betrayed us, whose honor and honesty till now has endured all weathers.
Lay it so to his charge, he's with the king your father.
Who, Camillo?
Camillo, sir, I spake with him, who now has these poor men in question. Never saw I wretches so quake. They kneel, kiss the earth, forswear themselves as often as they speak. Bohemia stops his ears and threatens them with diverse deaths and death.
My poor father, will not have our contract celebrated.
You are married?
No, we are not, sir, nor are we like to be. The stars I see will kiss the valleys first for eyes and nose alike.
My lord, is this the daughter of a king?
She is, when once she is my wife.
That once I see by your good father's people come on very slowly. I'm sorry, most sorry that you have broken from his liking where you were tied in duty, and sorry your choice is not so rich in worth as beauty, and that you may well enjoy her.
Dear, look up. Though fortune visible and enemy should chase us with my father, power she no jot to change our loves. Beseech you, sir, remember, since you owe no more to time than I do now, set forth mine advocate. At your request, my father will treat precious things as trifles.
Oh, would he do so? I beg your precious mistress, which he counts but a trifle.
Sir, my liege, your eye hath too much youth in't. Not a month for your queen died, she was with more such gazes than what you look on now.
Oh, I thought of her even in those looks I made. But yet your petition is unanswered. I will unto your father, your honor not o'erthrown by your desires, I am friend to them and you, upon which errand I now go toward him. Therefore, follow me, and mark what way I make. Come, good my lord.
Beseech you, sir, will you bide at this relation?
however fond of the shepherd's daughter, who he then took her to be, she becoming much seasick, he little better, the extremity of weather continuing, this mystery remained unresolved. But 'tis all one to me, for had I been the finder out of this secret, it would not have relished among my other discredits. Here come those I have done good to against my will, and already appearing in the blossoms of their fortune.
Come, boy, I am past no children, but thy sons and daughters will be all gentlemen born.
You are well met, sir. You denied to fight with me this other day because I am no gentleman born. See you these clothes? Say you see them not, and think me still no gentleman born. You were best say these robes are not gentleman born. Give me the lie, do, and try whether I am not now a gentleman born.
I see you are now, sir, a gentleman born.
I and have been so any time these 4 hours.
And so have I, boy.
So you have, but I was a gentleman born before my father. For you see, the king's son took me by the hand and called me brother. And then the 2 kings called my father brother. And then the prince my brother and the princess my sister called my father father. And so we wept. And there were the first gentleman-like tears that ever we shed.
We may live, son, to shed many more.
I else 'twere hard luck, being in so preposterous a state as we are.
Beseech you, sir, that you may pardon me all the faults I have committed you, and bring me your good report to the prince my master.
Prithee do, son, for we must be gentle now we are gentlemen.
Thou wilt amend thy life?
I am it like your honor.
Give me thy hand. I'll swear to the prince thou art honest a fellow as any in Bohemia.
You may swear it. You may say it, but not swear it.
Not swear it? Now I'm a gentleman? Let Boers and Franklin say it, I'll swear it.
How if it be false, son?
If it ne'er be so false, a true fellow may swear on the behalf of his friend. I shall swear to the prince thou art a tall fellow of thy hands, and that thou wilt not be drunk. But I know thou art not a tall fellow of thy hands, and that thou wilt be drunk. But I'll swear it, and I would thou wouldst be a tall fellow of thy hands.
I will prove so, sir, to my honor.
I, by any means, prove so. And if I do not wonder how thou darest venture to be drunk, not being a tall fellow, then trust me not. Oh, hark! The kings and princes, our kindred, are going to see the queen's picture. Come, follow us. We'll be thy good masters.
O grave and good Paulina, the great comfort that I have had of thee.
What, sovereign sir, I did not well, I meant well. All my services you have paid home, but that you have vouchsafed with your crown brother and these your contracted heirs of your kingdoms, my poor house to visit, it is a surplus of your grace, which never my life may last to answer.
Oh, Paulina, we honor you with trouble, but we came to see the statue of our queen. Your gallery have we passed through, not without much content and many singularities, but we saw not that which my daughter came to look upon, the statue of her mother.
As she lived peerless, so her dead likeness, I do well believe, excels whatever yet you looked upon, or hand of man hath done. Therefore I keep her lonely, apart. But here it is. Prepare to see the life is lively, mocked as ever, still sleep mock death. Behold, and say 'tis well. I like your silence. It the more shows off your wonder. can't speak. First you, my liege, comes it not something near?
Her natural posture. Chide me, dear stone, that I may say, indeed, thou art Hermione, or rather thou art she in thy not chiding, for she was as tender as infancy and grace. But yet, Paulina, Hermione was not so much wrinkled. Nothing so aged as this seems.
Oh, not by much.
So much the more our carver's excellence, which lets go by some 16 years and makes her as she lived now.
As now she might have done so much to my good comfort as it is now piercing to my soul. Oh, thus she stood, even with such life of majesty, warm life, as now it coldly stands when first I wooed her. I am ashamed. Does not the stone rebuke me for being more stone than it? Oh, royal peace, there's magic in thy majesty, which has my evils conjured to remembrance, and from thy admiring daughter took the spirits standing like stone with thee.
Give me leave, and do not say to superstition that I kneel and implore her blessing. Lady, dear queen, that ended when our love began. Give me that hand of yours to take.
Oh, patience. The statue is but newly fixed, the color's not dry.
My lord, your sorrow was too sore laid on, where 16 winters cannot blow away so many summers dry. Scarce any joy did ever so long live, no sorrow but killed itself much sooner.
Dear my brother, let him that was the cause of this have power to take off so much grief from you as he will peace up in himself.
Indeed, my lord, if I had thought the sight of my poor image would thus have wrought you, for the stone is mine, I'd not have showed it.
Do not draw the curtain.
No longer shall you gaze on it, lest your fancy may think anon it moves.
Let be, let be. Would I were dead, but that methinks already. What was he that did make it? See, my lord, would you not deem it breathed, and that those veins did verily bear blood?
Masterly done. The very life seems warm upon her lip.
The fixture of her eye has motion in it, as we are mocked with art.
My lord's almost so far transported that he'll think anon it lives.
Make me to think so 20 years together. No settled senses of the world can match the pleasure of that madness. Let it alone.
I'm sorry, sir, I've thus far stirred you. But I could afflict you farther.
Do, Paulina, for this affliction has a taste as sweet as any cordial comfort. Still, methinks there is an air comes from her. What fine chisel could ever yet cut breath? Let no man mock me, for I will kiss her.
Good my lord, forbear. The ruddiness upon her lip is wet. You'll mar it if you kiss it, stain your own with oily painting. Shall I draw the curtain?
No, not these 20 years.
So long could I stand by and look her on.
Either forbear, quit presently the chapel, or resolve you for more amazement. If you can behold it, I'll make the statue move indeed, descend and take you by the hand. But then you'll think, which I protest against, I am assisted by wicked powers.
What you can make her do, I am content to look on. What to speak, I am content to hear, for 'tis as easy to make her speak as move.
It is required you do awake your faith. Then all stand still. Or those who think it is unlawful business I am about, let them depart.
Proceed, no foot shall stir.
Music, awake her, strike. 'Tis time, descend, bestow no more approach. Strike all who look upon with marvel. Come, I'll fill your grave up, stir they, come away. Bequeath to death your numbness, for from him dear life redeems you. You perceive she stirs. beseeches you to interpose, fair madam. Kneel, and pray your mother's blessing. Turn, good lady, our Perdita is found. Start not. Her action shall be holy as you hear my spell is lawful. Do not shun her until you see her die again, for then you kill her double. Nay, present your hand. When she was young, you wooed her, now in age is she become the suitor.
Look down from your sacred vials, pour your graces upon my daughter's head. Oh, tell me, my own, where hast thou been preserved? Do we live tell thou my father's court? For thou shalt hear that I, knowing by Paulina that the oracle gave hope thou wast in being, have preserved myself to see the issue.
There's time enough for that, lest they desire upon their own push to trouble your joys with like relation. Go together, you precious winners all, your exaltation partake to everyone. I, an old turtle, will wing me to some withered bough, and there my mate, who's never to be found again, lament till I am lost.
Oh, peace, Paulina! Thou shouldst a husband take by my consent, as I by thine a wife. This is a match, and made between by vows. Thou hast found mine, but how is to be questioned, for I saw her as I thought dead, and have in vain said many a prayer upon her grave. I'll not seek far to find thee an honorable husband, for him I partly know his mind. Come to below, and take her by the hand, whose worth and honesty is richly noted, and here justified by us a pair of kings. Let's from this place. What? Look upon my brother. Both your pardons, and ere I place between your holy looks my ill suspicion. Oh, this is your son-in-law, and son unto the king, who heaven's directing is troth like to your daughter. Good Paulina, lead us from hence, where we may leisurely each one demand an answer to his part performed in this wide gap of time since first we were dissevered. Hastily, lead away!